I'm Ricky,
I'm Dylan.
I'm Allie.
and this is a rad course on the Grapes of Wrath. In 1902, John Steinbeck was born in Salinas, California. He attended Stanford in 1919, where he sharpened his skills in writing. In 1936, he was asked by the San Francisco News to write about the migrant conditions in Bakersfield, California, near Salinas, where Steinbeck grew up. When he saw these conditions, he was compelled to write about these people's stories and the way they lived every day. The reason they were there was because of the Dust Bowl. When drought hit the region around Oklahoma, it created huge winds and lifted the dry soil. It knocked over everything in its path and killed all their crops. These farmers were forced to leave their homes and leave everything they knew. They came in search of the promised land of California. That's it.
The Grapes of Wrath is a novel about Tom Joad arriving home to find his family gone. He later finds his family and they pack up to move to California in order to find a better life and better jobs. Their journey to California is harsh. When they reach California, life is harder than they expected, and the family endures many hardships, including not being able to find jobs. Some of the characters from the book include Tom Joad, who is the protagonist of the novel, who is an ex-convict and was convicted of homicide for 7 years. Jim Casey is an ex-preacher who lost faith and represents the Christ-like person in the novel. Ma is the mother of Tom Joad and tries to keep the family together, and her actual name is never given throughout the novel. Pa Joad is also named Tom Joad and is a hardworking sharecropper who loses his livelihood. Grandma Joad loses her life when they cross the Mojave Desert. Floyd Knowles is a character who urges Tom and Jim Casey to join labor organizations and who will later be the reason why Casey is put behind bars. The major themes in the novel is discrimination of man, which includes inequality to opportunity and cutthroat competition. The second theme is saving power of family and fellowship, and the third theme is selfishness. A couple burning questions we had throughout the novel was, why does Tom Joad flee in order to reunite with his family even though he's on probation? Another one was, why does Jim Casey take the blame for the confrontation? And third, why was the ending of the novel left with such a cliffhanger?
So The Grapes of Wrath exemplifies the period of modernism, a literary movement associated with a rapidly growing industrial and working class society. The deepening issues of income inequality and working class deprivation come to define the issues displayed throughout the novel. Specifically, the novel outlines the reality of the working class struggle during a Great Depression that saw the low point of a once powerful industrial nation. John Steinbeck's in-depth research and investigation to make the novel the way it is depicts his deep understanding of the situation he writes about in The Grapes of Wrath. The lasting legacy of The Grapes of Wrath is how the novel accurately represents the deeper issues of the struggling American working class during the Depression. The accurate representation of the era's issues and those who suffered through them serve as a vital reminder to our modern society of the faults in a modern nation and how these faults come to define our legacy as a country of equality and equal opportunity.